flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio. It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 coming for you. We're speaking with the fans. Sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're covering who's playing out off the open jam with the Who's Who of Talent. Come Friday night, ready to race on hell.
All right, there we go. Finally, we got audio. There we are. Perfect. What's up, people? How you doing? Let me see if I can get this crap off the screen here. I don't know. Looks better than I do, though. How you doing? Welcome on a Monday. It's the weekend update from All Around Town Radio and the show, as Mark Robinson so eloquently sings in that theme song. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We are here on a Monday. It's a Monday. And boy, the live is slow to pick up. We'll see what happens here. We'll give it a chance. We will. The Book of Face has been very unpredictable lately. I don't know. They're too busy giving people violations, apparently, for everything. I saw somebody the other day post about a cat that needed adopted getting taken down. I think that was Karis. It was like, what in the world is happening? What in the world? What a world. What a world. All right, welcome to the program. Let me see who's checking in here if I can get to it. I'm trying to get a couple things up on my monitors if I can, so I can actually do this intelligently today. I don't know, Margot. We'll see what's shaking. There we go. There's the comments. That's what we wanted. So, y'all doing all right? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But, we hope you did. All right. Last week on Thursday, we were with you with our Who's Playing Out show. Another one of those tankers on the numbers. Only 6,000 plays last week. 24 of you shared it, though. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. I don't know why the numbers are all over the place, but it just happens. It just happens. Let me see who's checking in the comments. That's the other issue here. I got to get them up on the screen. Edward, so wiki in the house. How you doing, Ed? Great pictures, by the way, from that benefit down at Mike Reeder's place. Good. And the glow party that the Whammies put on. What a great party. All right, Glenn's in the house. How you doing, Glenn? David Linda, we're going to talk about him here in just a minute. And the band Last Call. We are. Shane's driving home from prison. I'm glad you got a day pass. You mean work? Yes. Can be like prison some days. Absolutely. Everybody's saying they're having a Monday. I see a lot of comments on the Book of Face about it's a Monday, man. It's a real Monday. Today, it must be the moon. Something's happening. Hi, Diana. How are you? She says it's all fun and games till the editing. It is. The editing is a job. And y'all do it well. I don't know. Take a lot of photos, though. And then all of a sudden, it's like, got to edit those bad boys. Hey, Ditch, checking in from Sharonville. If you're out there, guys, please say hi. Let us know. Right now, we're only sitting on 10 of you on the Book of Face. So it's slow. Slow. It's the way it works. but we are consistently dealing with all that. Some days are good, some days are bad. Ed enjoys editing. There you go. I'm glad you do, because you have to do a lot of it. If you didn't enjoy it, it wouldn't be a lot of fun for you. Hi, Carla. Thanks for dropping in. So, yeah, if you're joining us today, please say hey, guys. And don't forget, you can follow us on all the socials. We're on the X, but we don't post there much. Instagram, we post something daily on Instagram, the Book of Face, obviously, and YouTube. And we're trying a little hand in the ticker talker, but man, that takes somebody that is much younger or smarter than I am on the internet. I'd like to think sometimes I'm a little savvy with some of my stuff, but then I get on the TikTok and they say, oh, that's against community standards. I just posted a bunch of pictures in a video format. So I don't know. Somebody's going to have to educate me. I need a trainer. Hey, Carlos, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Look like you had a big weekend. You did. So our weekly programming here, guys, every Monday, obviously our weekend update. Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday. We've got one tomorrow. Karis and I are going to bring you musical self-gratification. She calls it an M word, but about musicians who just basically play for themselves and not for the audience or the room who's asking them to play the right kind of music. Not just their favorites, which aren't always a hit. We're going to talk about that. That'll be a good topic tomorrow. Hi, Rex, right? Megan Miller has joined the party. How are you, Megan? Good to have you with us today. And let's roll on down the line here and talk about if you'd like anything to be addressed on Hot Topic Tuesday, you can send it to us. It can remain anonymous if you don't want to be called out. And we'll do it. We've got several topics in the bag right now, waiting on some Wednesdays as they roll around. And, any local musicians you might like to see featured on our Wednesday with the band, you can send them those too, or tell them to give us a message or a direct message, and we'll get them involved. Wednesday. It's only Monday. Wednesday, that Arena Rock show is going to join me at noon. Going to be a good one there. We'll have some fun with that. And see what those boys have been up to, man. They're touring all over the place. So that Arena Rock show going to join me Wednesday at noon here on All Around Town Radio. Megan, I saw you were a little sickly. I hope you're doing all right. Were you singing a lot of Janis Joplin tunes on Friday? Or what else? Who else? Melissa Etheridge songs with that gravelly voice. Yes. Hi, Jim McCarthy. I am a rock star today. Compliments of Toy Hobbs. Thank you, Toy. I'm a rock star in his shirt. Let's see what Glenn has to say. Saturday at the Ledlow Garage, toasted bread very well. It was like David Gates was on stage. Wow. If you love bread, they're a must-see. I like bread, the band, and the sandwich things. Yeah. I like bread. That's why I'm fat. Hi, Bill. How are you? And Megan sang a lot of backup and was basically a prop. I love it. Well, you're a good-looking prop, Megan, on that stage always. So, yeah, you can pull that off. Anybody else might just have to just leave. But I can see you do a lot of tambourine playing. That's great. Everybody wish Megan well. Yes, thank you, Carla. And this week in music for us, it's interesting. I didn't have anything on Wednesday. Wednesday was a night off, so to speak, which was okay. That was, our... Did we talk about our finals and name that tune thing? We did. That was cool. Lots of people. But was that this past week? Hell, I don't know what day it is. Somebody help me with the calendar, will you? Yeah, we did. That was our finale. What am I talking about? Our finale at Heather's, 200 plus people there. And it was a wonderful time. Our top 21 teams played in that finals. And our friends from Sofa King, I have to say that slow. Say it fast, you'll know why they've named them. Sofa King Clueless won the night. Our friends from Wild 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 Wasted got second, and then Prestige Worldwide came in third in the grand finale. Took home some great prizes from Heathers. It was a wonderful night, a great send-off, and man, you people were so generous to me on the Venmos and everything else. Thank you so much. It was good. It was good, and it's always bittersweet. Our finale is always great, but leaving Heathers is not where I like to be in the winter. I'd rather be there all winter long if we could, but the weather just doesn't allow it, and she needs a break too. We all need a break. Hi, Jerry. Speaking of Heathers, Heather's husband now, I can say that, Mr. Hubby, Jerry Nimmersheim. It's good to see you over the weekend, my friend. Got to see him Friday night at the Last Call show, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Friday night. Do you guys know Last Call? They play a variety of versions of that band. There's the Chris and Dave duo. There is the 3-piece. There is the 4-piece, which I got to see on Friday, minus their normal drummer, and punch in David Garwood from Velvet Crush on the cajon back there. And boy, oh boy, was it good. So good. And adding David to the David, Chris, and Evan trio brought a fourth part of the harmonies in there that was just wonderful. These guys take you back in time. Some of the great songs, America, some of the yacht rock tunes. Gosh, they're good. They're so good. And they're so much fun to watch and listen to. And we had a blast there at Mr. Burroughs Tavern on Friday night. Just an incredible show by those guys. And it's always good to see when they have the full band together. Even if Garwood just punched in for the night, he did a great job. And he was pretty good on the box, too, playing that cajon. He was better than I thought, because I didn't know he did that. I mean, every musician's got rhythm, obviously. Some more than others. Well, I shouldn't say that. Not every musician had rhythm, but some do. And David pulled it off really well. But I want to talk. I want to talk real quick about Chris, Evan, and David Linda, because those three guys, they've got this down, man. This is good. They're these songs that they sing are all those, like I said, America, and going back in the yacht rock era with Christopher Cross. What else do I remember from that night? Just a host of stuff. Little River Band. These guys harmonize and take you back in time so good. And everybody there stayed. I mean, it wasn't like ran them off, or sometimes you get crowds, they just show up for dinner and eat and they have a drink and they're gone. No, sir. They kept them all and had them partying. Plus, there was other musicians in the house, too. Bob from Uncle Rico, I saw. Several other musicians. Dana Garwood there from Velvet Crush Unplugged. And it was a good time. My dude Jerry was there. Carlos said they were his dudes. They are. They're wonderful, man. And don't you just love their vocals? I mean, they're good guitar players, bass players, all that in their own right. But their vocals are what makes that band. It's just so good. And yeah, Carla, have you ever seen Last Call? You need to see Last Call. You do, for sure. Jimmy Kilroy's on here. He got to see the Hanky Panks at Froggy's. You like the Hanky Panks, don't you, Jim? He goes to see them a lot. I like the Hanky Panks. And Carlos says amazing vocals. Yes. Jerry says great night. It was great to see you, my friend. It was. And David says thanks to Carlos. Thank you, David. But love those guys. They're super nice guys, too. That's the other side of it. I mean, they do relate well with their audience. And sometimes I go out and I get a set list and I take a picture of it and I know what I can say. But I was so enthralled in the great music and vocal abilities of this band, I didn't write a damn thing down. I didn't. I just took it as it went and had a really good time. And yeah, if you're a yacht rock fan, and I hate to pigeonhole them into one genre because they're not, but if you like the yacht rock music and all that, these guys will definitely be appealing to you for sure. So get out and check out Last Call. Follow their page. They're in the Book of Face at Last Call. Last Call Dayton, I think it is, on the Facebook. Give them a follow. It's got a black logo that says Last Call on it. There are other Last Call bands across the country, so watch that one, but it's the one locally here. And give them a follow and get out to one of their shows because they do play quite a bit. I think David and Chris played the next night at Entropy Brewing, which I had seen them at a while back, and that was very intimate and nice as well. So that is what we did on Friday night. Friday was good. It was lastcallohio.com. Thank you, David Linda. Look at that. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, on the spot. David Linda, executive producer of the show today. Put it right up there before I could, which is good because I can't right now. So who did you see this weekend that you really enjoyed? Drop it in the comments today if you can, or this past week. We'd love to hear from you. We had a lot of write-ins to the show, which I'm going to mention here in just a few minutes. But we did have a chance to catch a band on Saturday called Southern Accents. Now, this band took me back in time to my early days working with a band called the Jimmy K's Band, which was back in the early 80s. And the songs they were playing were a lot of those that we played in that band and were a part of. And it was a time travel. There were significant sound issues, though. I don't commonly dog anybody out at all, and this is not. Don't take it the wrong way, band members. If you're out there, don't get hateful, but you got to fix your sound. They got up on stage and the lead singer starts singing, and it's nothing but feedback out of a wireless mic. They switched to a hardwired mic, which obviously, if there was a sound check, something was right earlier and not right now. And switched to a wired mic, of which did fairly well, but was extremely distorted out to the audience. The band was fairly solid, doing their thing, playing the tunes. But I want to hear good vocals. And this guy, I mean, he had kind of an Elvis-y voice, that kind of thing, doing some Elvis tunes and doing other things. And it just wasn't there for me because of the sound. In fact, I basically didn't stay too long because of that. And I wish some of these bands would realize you need somebody in the audience to be honest with you. I mean, not your fan club, not the people who follow your band all the time, because they're gonna, kiss your arse and tell you it sounds great when it doesn't. And this was so bad sound wise early on, and then they got it kind of dialed in, and they did it was a private club, so they did an announcement about the drawings and the 50-50 for the night and all that. And another guy got up there to get on the mic, and they had to tweak it to get his voice because he's not a projecting singer person or announcer. So they cranked it up. And when the singer got back up there, it went into disaster mode again for a few minutes. And I hate that because, you need to get that dialed in. And it's hard to dial in an empty room and then get a crowd, and they had a big crowd there. But like I said, private club, big crowd, had an opportunity to really shine, but unfortunately the sound didn't do it. So that's just my opinion only. And please don't be a hater. I have nothing against the band. I just think that the sound was a major issue for a lot of folks that night. And that was our Saturday night. And I'm going to start mentioning sound more often because I think it's a pivotal point in live local music. And so often people try to run it from the stage who shouldn't. And they were using an old amp, one of those that looks like a suitcase, kind of, with the basic connections on the front and 3-band EQ on each input. And, reminding me of my old days when I was in the early 80s using a PV, that kind of stuff. So sound is huge. And we've talked about this on Tuesdays till we're blue in the face about sound. And I know a lot of these bands, they don't go out and they don't buy the digital systems. They're not using the X-Airs or the Midas or any of that stuff. But you can still make it sound good. But you need somebody to step out front and hear what's going on. You do. Even if it's a guitar player playing with a wireless, let them run out front while they're playing and listen to the mix. Please listen to the mix. because it could have been a great time. Thank you, Carla, for that comment. What'd Diana do? She went to Signs of Life, Pink Floyd. We announced that one on Thursday. Yeah. Rockstar and Dreamboat Annie at the Blue Note. Boy, there's a show. First of all, my friends from Rockstar, they're rock stars. They do a great job. But you will find no better Heart tribute in the country, I think, than Dreamboat Annie with Melissa and Ann. I'm going to say that out loud. I think they are two of the most incredible voices that match together for that act. And man, is it good. Got to see it at Memorial Hall, and that was really good. Hi, Chris Reese. Thanks for dropping in. If you're out there, guys, please say hi today. We'd love to hear from you. And if you saw somebody play over the weekend that you want to give a shout out to, please drop it in the comments. But Dreamboat Annie, yeah, Diana, that's a good one. Hope you got some good shots of that one. So let me move on. By the way, give a quick shout out. Dat Band announcement coming soon. Chris Reese throwing teasers on the page. There we go. Hey, Toy, thank you, man. Nice shirt. You're right. Love the Rockstar Band. I do. Looked like you had a great show on Saturday night. Hi, Charmin. Thanks for dropping in. Hi, Steve Stein. What's going on, Charmin Braid? Anything? No? All right. Let me move on. Where was I? Hi, Greg. Hey, did anybody pay attention to the thing we put the greatest drummers on our page locally? We've done guitar, bass, and drums now. And it's so fun to see everybody get shouted out on there. There's so much talent in the tri-state people. People have no idea. I will put this area up against anywhere in the country for the talent. It's just so good. And if you see those lists, you see it and you look at those names and you say, wow, that's right. That person, I'd forgotten about that person. They should be added. And so many people wrote in and said who they loved as their favorite drummer in the tri-state. And then some of them wrote multiple drummers. And Greg, were you there last Saturday or are you there this Saturday? I can't remember because the list is too long and it just spins in my head, you know. Toy said it was a great weekend. Thank you. So let me get to some comments that came up today. I'm going to look at the other monitor here, so I'll be looking away from you for a minute. But that's hi everybody. Wild Bill Video. He got to see Scotty Bratcher and Danny Frazier on Wednesday at the Bell. He went to the Thursday jam there. He was there Saturday for the Glow Party with the Whammies, all at the Bell and the Bear. So Bill is becoming a feature there. He is. Hi, Gary Ridgway. Man, you just missed me talking about Saturday's band. You should go back and listen. Not your fault, but yeah. Yes. Carla says definitely a lot of talent. There is so much talent in the tri-state. Yeah, so much. Yeah, Greg, you were acknowledged several times on that drummer list, as I saw. So many people. Let me see who else wrote into the show here. I've got to try to get this bigger on the screen if I can. I can't read the damn thing. Let me see. There we go. Now I got her. Danny Jenkins, newly married to Nate Jenkins, said she saw Nathan Jenkins do his Mindbender Saturday night at the Bearded Saddle Saloon. Sugar Rock saw Finding Melissa on Friday at O'Leary's. Thank you, Sugar Rock, for that one. If you saw somebody play out this weekend, guys, and you want to give them a shout out or this week, please drop it in the comments. If you're just joining us, Quentin from Ladder, Latter, has joined my party. Thank you. Kathy Kelly saw Dreamboat Annie at the Blue Note. Excellent show as always, she said. Tony Lay got to see 13 artists at Lucky Star on the Lucky Star Search competition. They have the finalists going on next week to the finals on that one. We'll announce that on Thursday as well. Amy from the Rockstar Band had a fabulous crowd at the Blue Note, she said, split between the pub and Dreamboat Annie tribute to Heartside. Awesome atmosphere and time all around. Good deal, Amy. We love Amy. We do. And Toy, is that the first time you saw Dreamboat Annie? Man, is that the first time you've been there for that? Because they're beyond phenomenal. I cannot say enough. Can't say enough. about Dreamboat Annie, and just the whole production is fantastic. I mean, you got all the great players up there, Dave Wade, you've got Brian Coleman, as I like to say, Camaro hair, Brian Coleman, and Jim Cuesta and Doug Drew on the drums, man, slaying it, along with Ann and Melissa. That is a hell of a show. Gary Ridgway throwing in Crying Out Loud was awesome at the Moose on Friday. Yeah. Dirk, Dave and company, John, all of them there. Shannon, Niles, lots of people with Crying Out Loud as well. Toy said it was his first time. Well, yeah, blew me away the first time I saw him too. I was like, this needs to be a national touring act, man. It is that good. All right, where did my screen go here, people? I'm starting to get annoyed with the Book of Face. Anybody else annoyed with the Book of Face? I am. Let me back up here. I got to get it back up on the screen. Lord have mercy. There we go. Now we got it. So I want to get the comments on that people wrote in, because there's some really good ones on here. If I can get it to work. Maybe. There we go. Let's see. Paul Roberts got to see Bucket with Roger Klug at the Penthouse on Saturday. And who else was out there? Chris Reese. Who'd you see, Chris Reese? I see you putting the comment in there somewhere. Soul Quest at Monkey Bar. There you go. Really good trio of front women. How about that? I've not seen them. I need to see them. I do. Stu McCullough saw Stone and Snow at the Magnolia Janes in Northside, and the Cadillac Preachers at Putters in Mainville. Bucket with Roger at the Penthouse on Saturday. Get Wrecked, Veronica Grimm, and Take the Reins at Southgate House Revival. Man, he was busy this weekend. A whole lot of stuff. And then the Smileys at Boz. Randy got to see them in Richmond, Indiana. Kara got to see Lita Ford and Warrant. Where was that one? I missed on that one. Let's see. Rebecca got to see New World Natives and Brothers in Arms Friday. That was at the Hidden Gym. And then Mike Steiner got to see, saw Good Time Charlie's to see Beauty and the Beast. He said they never disappoint. That's Heath and Tessa. That's awesome. Valerie got to see Led Zeppelin 2 at Bogart's. Bronson got to see New World Natives and Brothers in Arms at the Hidden Gym. Rick Montgomery, Road Trip, Rocks DC Roadhouse. John Esper went to Paradise Pavilion, Jungle Gym, sang some karaoke. I think that was Perry Waldron doing that one. And Kathy said the Gamut at MVP Bar, they were over the top on Saturday night. So there's some of our write-ins this week. Thank you for that. Anybody else you guys saw over the weekend that you loved out there? We're about to run out of time. But throw it in if you want, and give us a quick comment. I do want to remind you again, tomorrow, live at 5, Karis and I going live with Hot Topic Tuesday. The topic is musical self-gratification. I'm saying it nicely. Recently, we've both encountered acts on stage who play for themselves and not for the audience. Yeah, it's okay to throw one or two songs in that you like and that maybe they're obscure things or whatever, but keep it in mind. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, could be interesting on the show. And Wednesday, that Arena Rock show here at noon. We're going to talk about their tour across the country this year and what they're up to and all the things that are going on with a wonderful act called That Arena Rock Show. It's fantastic. So that's where we're at today, people. And then Thursday, of course, Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Heather's in Springboro. Heather's is still open throughout the year. It's a coffee shop throughout the winter months. If you want to stop in, they have lunch, sometimes breakfast. Stop and check it out. Heather's. Anybody else have a comment? Last chance. Y'all are quiet today. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for being here. Yeah, everybody's quiet today. It's really kind of a gloomy day, and everybody's just blah, I guess. But that's the way it works. It's warm out at least. Not going to be warm this weekend. Got a live outdoor event 2 nights this weekend. Christmas in Springboro, as it's known. It's always the weekend before Thanksgiving. And, yeah, It's going to be cold. Our friends from the Gamut and Vinyl Countdown will be playing those nights. They're going to freeze their fingers off outside, even if the tent is heated, but you know how it goes. Hey, what's going on? Thanks, Steve. Well, don't text or don't make comments if you're driving the car and all that. Thank you, though, Steve, for that. We don't want anybody getting a crash or violate the law. That is. Hey, some other things, too, coming to you from All Around Town Radio. I don't know if you guys, some of you are aware, taking a little break. I've had a long 4 or 5 years of lots of nights during the week working. Taking a little break for the end of November and December. And then I'll be back at it in January, and our trivias will be back up and running. Keep an eye if you're not on our trivia page yet, go to All Around Town Trivia on Facebook. Give it a like if you like to play those games with us and get involved with that. And also some big changes coming your way here throughout the winter months with All Around Town Radio, guys. We're going to be doing a daily, and I've got them in the bag. I just haven't posted some of them yet. Daily music story, basically a musical moment each day, and it's going to be on TikTok, but it'll share it also to the Facebook page. So that'll be fun. Be good stuff. And thank you, Greg. And we try to get the word out there. And again, if you know anybody out there that's got a band that would like to be on our Wednesday with the band, we're still sticking with nooners right now, but come probably December or so, a couple of the December ones, we may bump those to 5 o'clock as well, or maybe even later, depending on what's shaking. So if you have a suggestion for programming, don't ever hesitate to send it to us in our direct messages. If you have a suggestion about something we could feature, talk about, do on the show, because, we went to Hot Topic Tuesday. We used to do Top 5 Tuesday, where we'd have everybody interact with the top 5 guitar solos of all time, things like that we talk about each day. So if there's something out there you have that you'd like to be a part of or like to send us and have us do, please do. Toy says he entered the shred off contest at the Bell. That's going to be so much fun. It is. That'll be great fun. The Bell and the Bear got some great judges. Got some great talent going to be in that. So Karis knows how. She's got the magic, man. She is. She's got the magic. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. That's it. So it was kind of a little bit of a slower weekend for us, but it is the time of year. Not as many festivals and things going on as they used to. And yes, shred it. Toy, shred it. He says he entered the Shredders contest. I was going to enter the Shredders contest too. I just want to know how many sheets of paper my shredder has to shred in that amount of time. That's about the only way I can shred on stage. So I'll bring my shredder. I will. I do need guest drummer. I need all kinds of stuff. I have had David Parks on, and he's a great drummer. He's been on the show. But yeah. And Jim McCarthy says, thank you, Rockstar. Sucking up will get you everywhere, Jim. It will. Thanks, man. Don't forget, I'll also be at the Bell and the Bear on December 11th. That's a Wednesday night. Do a Name That Tune. If you've never played that game where we're up north and you're down south, put that in your calendar and come play that night. We're going to have a blast at the Bell. We'd love to have you there and join us. And thank you, Glenn. Glad you got out this weekend to see some great live music. Haven't seen you in a while, though. Hope you're doing well. And yes. And Jim saw an old man get beat by a weirdo. Yeah, we won't even talk about that fight, will we? Jeez. But you know what? I'm older than Mike Tyson. I'll step in the ring with that guy for $20 million. You bet your ass I will. I'll even take a fall and get knocked the F out. Why not? $20 million. That's crazy. Crazy. Greg said playing Mansion Hill with Mason Johnson and Jake Alvarez tomorrow night. Forgot to put it on the list. Well, yeah, let's give that one a shameless plug, Mr. Greg Skinner. So check him out. Greg, I'll reach out to you, man. We'll get something scheduled. That'd be great. Love to have you on, and Led Zeppelin 2. That's all we got. Thanks, everybody. Hope you had a good time with us. What are we going out with? Let's go out with something different today. Yeah. Well, first of all, let's hear from, who do we want to hear from? I don't know. Kevin Cooper, maybe? There it is. Hi, Kevin.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin Cooper. When I'm not engaging in magical mayhem at the Bell and the Bear or playing any of a number of hundreds of other venues in the greater Cincinnati area, I'm at home and I'm listening to Scott Hall on the Hall Around Town radio show.
Show. Thanks. Love it. I think, what do I have on here, man? I gotta have something on here. Let's start with this. Let's do some, let's go Next to Nowhere. There we go. Yeah, that'll work on the board. If you're also a local artist and you'd like your music featured at the end of our show, please send it to us in MP3 or 4 format, and we'll put it on. We will. As long as Warner Brothers isn't involved. If they're involved, it ain't getting played because they take you right off the air. That's the way those bastards work. Here's Benny Bodine and his band, Next to Nowhere. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Greg.
When it's over and not divides today, when there's nothing left to say, and I can't ignore the voices in my head, reminding me of all the things I said.
And don't forget, the crap I say on this show and the views and opinions expressed in the program are those of the speaker, that's me today, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent.
Tell me something to help me breathe again. All for nothing, and far from where I've been.